Hi everybody, my name is Lucca Debenedetto, and this is the first lesson of loops with Rey and BB8. So, for the first thing, you see when run, repeat 5 times, do, move forward. Now, you may think it's just one move forward with a fancy pink block that says repeat 5 times. But when I click run, it actually moves BB8 5 times forward because of this command block. And you can do this with so many other things, including turning and actually reaching your goal every single time. Alright, so this is the second lesson of loops with Rey and BB8. And here we have to analyze this code and choose one of the choices, A, B, C, and D. Now I already chose C, which is the correct answer, but all of these letters have a similar code reaction to this set of code blocks. Now if you see, it's the same code from last lesson. Repeat 5 times, move forward. This means BB8 is going to move forward 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This means he's going to collect all of the scrap metal. And C says BB8 will move 5 times and get all of the scrap metal. So when I click run, what does BB8 do? He collects all of 5 of the scrap metal. This is the third lesson of loops with Rey and BB8. Now when we look at it, it looks like BB8 is facing another direction, but the scrap metal is still in front of him. So what we're going to do is put the same set of code functions. Repeat 5 times, do, move forward. This means BB8 is going to move 5 tiles forward, therefore collecting all of the scrap metal. So instead of just putting 5 move forward blocks, we were able to just repeat it 5 times and make our life a lot easier. Alright, this is number 4 of loops with Rey and BB8. Now when we look at this set of code, we get confused because BB8 is clearly really far away from this last code, but we have to get every single piece of scrap metal. In order to do this, we have to use 2 repeat blocks. This means BB8, for the first set, is going to move forward 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to turn right because it's done repeating. He'll turn right and he'll move forward 5 times, therefore collecting every single piece of scrap metal. And all we had to use was 6 blocks rather than 4 plus 5 plus the turn right. We'd have to use 10 blocks, but with the repeat 5 times function, it would make our coding a lot shorter and a lot easier. So let's see. And even though there was only 1 move forward block in each of these pink repeat blocks, it still did the command. Alright. When we look at lesson 5, we see how BB8 is facing the wrong direction for all 3 of these scrap metal, but he can easily get this one with 1 move forward block. So that's exactly what we did. You're going to move forward once to grab this first scrap metal. Then if you turn right, you're facing the direction of every single piece of the scrap metal that's left. Then, once again, using our repeat block, we're going to move forward 5 times using the repeat function and collect every single piece of scrap metal. Let's see. And that's just how easy it is. Okay, so when we look at this, what lesson is this? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's puzzle 6 of loops with Rey and BB8. So when we look at this, you're probably wondering, well, why do you have more than 1 forward block in the repeat function? Because all you need is 1 for it to repeat however many times you need. Well, if you look, it seems that BB8 needs to move in kind of a half square motion in order to get all 5 pieces of scrap metal. So in order, what we have to do, move forward 3 times and turn right. This means BB8 will be here, already collecting 2 pieces of scrap metal. And if we repeat this 5 more times, or actually all we need is 3, we can collect in that half square motion. Let's see. And that is how you do it. Now, just by starting at looking at puzzle 9 with loops with Rey and BB8, you just see how complicated this looks. It looks like some kind of sideways W. And of course, we could just do we'd probably need at least 20 different code blocks in order to complete this level. But with the repeat function, we can move forward, collecting this, turn right, and move forward, collecting this, and turn left. Now you're probably wondering, that's only collecting 2. But with our repeat function, it's actually going to move throughout the entire level and collect every single thing. Let's see. You can see how BB8 moves with the code every single time it repeats, to the point of collecting every single piece of scrap metal. Alright, so this is puzzle 8 of Loops with Rey and BB8. And if you see, this is actually a challenge level. Our challenge is to combine ideas from the last few puzzles to complete this. So we already know a lot about loops with BB8 and Rey, so we should be able to do this. But what we need to do is move down a 2x2 stair form and manage to turn and collect the last 3 pieces. And so you're probably wondering, why would you need all of this? Or wouldn't you just put one block into the repeat and solve the entire thing? But if, say we were to put this in the trash and run this, watch how BB8 will only follow these last code, and that code will not solve this. So what we need to do is we need to put our code back into place, and once we have that, we can look how this repeat 5 times. Although it's only 4 blocks, it will move down this entire 4x4 stair and manage to turn and collect these last pieces. Watch. And that is how you do a challenge puzzle with loops with Rey and BB8. Alright, now that we're looking at this puzzle, we realize there's all these different obstacles, but these aren't scrap metal. That's the only problem. Meaning if we run into this, BB8 automatically fails. So in order to do this, we need to move around the obstacles and collect this scrap metal. So this code is kind of a lot. 11 blocks. I think that's the most we've gone to this lesson. And if we look at it, repeat 5 times. Move forward, turn right, move forward 3 times, and turn right, move forward, move forward. Now if we look at this, if it moved forward twice, turn right, move forward 3 times, turn right, move forward 3 times again, and collect these scrap metal. But using the repeat function, we won't have to write out whatever it is. It could be 20 to 30 blocks of work. But with the repeat function, watch. It stops midway, but it still collects all the scrap metal with ease. But if we were to continue, although it is dark, this scrap metal the obstacle would stop us from moving in a complete square every single time. Wow, we're looking at our third to last puzzle, and it seems BB8 has to move through the entire map. And it seems he's moving in kind of a large stair, or if you really look at it sideways, an M. So when we look at it, it looks like it's just this similar pattern over and over again, which is exactly what loops are for. So if we analyze the loops, look at the pattern. Move forward 3 times, which is this is what that means. Move forward 3 times, repeat 3 times. Turn right, move forward 3 times, turn left, move forward 3 times, and turn right again. Just saying that out loud sounds like an M. So let's see. BB8 repeats every single move forward block, and the function helps it, and now we've completed puzzle 12. Alright guys, second to last puzzle until we're done with loops with Rey and BB8. So if we look at this, it's a type of lesson where we have to choose A, B, C, or D. And looking at this specific map, we see it's exactly like last puzzle, except BB-8's down here instead of up here. And if we analyze this code, it looks like the exact same thing, but it isn't. If you see right here at the beginning of the code functions, we see repeat 2 times. And look what happens when we repeat 2 times. BB-8 moves forward, BB-8 moves forward. But that's all, because you only repeated it twice. That means BB-8's going to turn left before he's hit all of this scrap metal. So I chose B. BB-8 will not travel far enough in the first loop in order to get all of the scrap metal. And watch what happens. He only can collect about half of the scrap metal, because in order to collect all of it, he needs to move in a very symmetrical pattern within the code. Uh-oh, guys. This one, the last one of Lesson 6, Loop with Rey and BB8, is completely blank. Now, of course, I've done this already, but I think we have to figure this last one out in order to finish and successfully learn loops. So if we see BB8 has to move through these obstacles, but let's make it fun. Instead, we could make BB8 move entirely across the map. Watch this. So we have to measure it out. He has to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Let's change ours to 6. So when we put a move forward block, what is BB8 going to do? He's going to move forward 6 times. Then once he reaches the end, you're going to want to turn right, because that's what BB8 needs to do. Now, BB8 still has a while to go till he reaches his little scrap metal. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat block. Move forward. But it's only 4 this time. We don't want him to overachieve too much. Put 4, and let's see what happens. BB8 completed the entire map by just avoiding the obstacles in the first place. And it was mildly short. But you guys, congratulations. You completed loops with Rey and BB8. And I did like this puzzle. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for staying with me and learning loops with Rey and BB8. I really had a fun time making this project, and shout out to Mr. Rocha for letting me choose what I wanted to do and making this project a lot more fun and tech and overall great time.